Hello and welcome to the Foodie. This is the Bay of Bengal and I'm standing on the Coromandel coast of India. Yes, I'm about 160 kilometers south of Chennai and this place, guess which place this is? This is Pondicherry. Yes, a colony of the French for over 300 years where the French left behind a lot of culture, heritage and of course, wonderful cuisine. So let's dedicate this episode to all the cuisines available in Pondicherry. Come along. One cannot help but notice the huge French hangover that this former French colony and now a union territory of India still suffers from. And it's not just about the architecture. Streets here are still called by their French names. Localites speak French. Schools follow the French curriculum and even local policemen wear the long French caps called kepis. Interestingly, Pondicherry is divided into two sections. The French quarter called the White Town and the Indian quarter called the Black Town. The division does seem a bit snobbish and one can see a world of difference in the look and feel of the two sections. Rather peculiar, I guess it's this very peculiarity that has resulted in some very interesting cuisines typical to Pondicherry. So then, isn't it obvious that the first food we should try out in Pondicherry is of course French food. And for that, we are on this wonderful old quaint street. It's called Rue Les Bourdonnais. I think that's the right name. And we're looking for a restaurant called Satsanga. Apparently Satsanga serves some really good French food. Alright, let's move on to something slightly different, an unusual cuisine which is actually very delicious. It's called the Creole cuisine. Now, I'm not really sure what Creole is, but apparently it's a cuisine created by the Europeans who settled in colonies. And to taste that cuisine, we've come to an extremely old part of Pondicherry. This is a heritage walk street. And behind me is Kalve, which is a hotel and a restaurant, which once upon a time used to be an old home. So, do you guys want to come inside and check out this Creole cuisine? Come, let's go. Hello, how are you? Hello, sir.
Hello.
Okay, this is Chef Sridhar.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and he's going to tell us a little more about Creole food. So, what is Creole food first?
Actually, Creole is, we can say it's our hometown, the Pondicherrians' food.
Okay.
It's a mixture of Indian, French, and Vietnamese and Portugal influence. So, so the people, those who are lived here, the Vietnamese people, those who came back in the Second World War as a refugees, and the people, those who are here living here and went to France and they have come back.
Okay.
So these kind of people have the separate cuisine and they are cooking in their homes on the regular basis.
So what you're telling me is that this food is like European and South Indian.
No, it's a South Indian.
It's South Indian with European influence.
Yeah, South Indian and a European influence.
So what are we making today?
I'm going to show you Eral Nungu Karambu. It is called prawn and kernel of palmera fruit. Palmera.
Prawn and kernel of
Palmera.
Palmera is a local fruit?
Yeah, no, it's the fruit is available everywhere, but nobody is cooking that food. Even as a chef, I am hearing the first time how to cook Palmera.
Palmera, okay. So we'll also learn how to cook Palmera for the first time in our lives. Okay. So shall we then go and cook this
Yes,
food?
sir. Certainly you have to taste it.
Chalo, let's go. Let's go. This place is wonderful. And
Let us start.
All the food is laid out.
Yeah, this is what our basic ingredient used for this Eral and Nungu curry.
What's the name of the dish again?
Eral Nungu Karambu.
Eral Nungu Karambu.
Karambu.
Okay. And Karambu, is this the palmera of this?
Yeah, this is the palmera. Actually, this is the tender one, what we say tender coconut. So like similar, it is palmera tender fruit.
This is tadkola. This is the same thing.
Yeah, this is the same thing. We have opened it out and we have removed this one.
I love it.
Yeah, please. Try this one.
We'll save this for the cooking. I'll eat later on. But I love this tadgola. Okay, so I never knew you could cook prawns with tadgola. What a wonderful idea. Chalo, shall we start?
Yes, sir. We'll start the
Good.
thing.
What is this?
This is the paste which we are making for this food. This prawn nangu korambu. Actually, this is made up of this turmeric
Okay.
and somph
Somph.
and this coriander seed.
Dhania
All these
seeds.
three
Okay.
has to be roasted and soaked overnight.
Okay.
Then we grind it in big.
Okay.
That grind it in coarsely, not fine, coarsely.
Yeah, so that it still remains
Yes.
the little pieces you can get.
Yes.
And this forms the base for the...
This is the base of the flavor and the taste it brings, because there is no other spices which you are going to use to prepare this food.
Oh, so this is the only spices?
These
that
are
you
only
use?
spices which we are going to use.
Okay.
This one and with this palmera, it is enriched. The taste is
Enriched. I
enriched.
like his words. Enriched, he says. Okay, come on. Let's start now. We get started with our Creole dish by first heating some ghee. Then, we put in some cinnamon, followed by curry leaves, chopped onion, and prawn. When the prawn starts to curl, green chilies are thrown in with some salt, and then our secret unusual ingredient, the palmera.
Now, we have to add coconut milk. So actually the grated coconut, we have made 3 extraction. First is the thick one.
Okay.
Then add a little water and take a second extraction.
Okay.
And add a third one and take a extraction. So that without a water, it cooks in coconut milk. That's what the concept.
Okay. But are you going to put all 3 extractions
Yes,
in?
all these 3 extraction.
Okay. So the first one is the?
First one is the third one.
This is the third one, okay.
See the when the coconut milk getting evaporate, then add the second extraction.
Okay, so first you put the third, the weakest
Yeah,
or the
thirdest one.
thinnest
one.
extraction.
The second one.
It's quite tedious, huh? Mehnat, बहुत मेहनत है इसमें.
Yes.
It's not all that easy. But then good food necessarily is never. Well, on that note, in goes the roasted and ground masala made of turmeric, somph and coriander seeds. At this point, the thick coconut milk is added. And the dish is garnished with cashew nuts and chopped coriander. This is ready. Prawn curry with palmera. We're going to try it out now. Prawn and I must
lungo.
take the longo. Shall I have one more prawn?
Yes, please.
Chalo, I love prawns. This is what I call surprise meal. You know, it has the flavors of South India, yet it's not South Indian.
Yes.
And the palmera, it doesn't collapse, it remains like
Yes. Yes.
that. Okay, chef. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It was a pleasure. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you.
Don't go away, more coming up.